Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am set up in my friend's mom's beauty room slash dressing room. I'm not gonna flex like this is mine and like all these cool shoes and stuff are mine. I thought about it, I'm not gonna lie. It's beautiful though. This is the goal, y'all. Look at all those shoes and all the clothes and it's so pretty. I'm really excited about today's video. I'm going to be reviewing the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. For those of you that don't know about Pat McGrath is an absolute queen in the realm of makeup artistry. She has revolutionized the game time and time again. She is owner and founder of Pat McGrath Labs, her own company. She's been in Vogue numerous times as like the most influential makeup artist in the world, in the Times top 100 most influential people. She's repeatedly been on the Power List, which is kind of a British index of top 10 most influential Black brands, I believe. She's known for like bold colors, her use of her fingers as opposed to using brushes when applying makeup. I would love to say that I'm gonna try and use my fingers for this today, but I'm not gonna do it. I can't. That's for the big leagues. I'm not Pat, but I'm really excited to try this foundation. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's really nice, dense packaging. You've kind of got these like beveled edges in the glass even. Like, it's really heavy duty. You're getting what you pay for with the packaging for sure. A beautiful bottle. And I love the kind of gold-plated label on the front. It does have a pump, which is great. I love a pump. I'm not trying to deal with pouring that mess all over my hands. In this foundation, you get 1.18 ounces, which is pretty standard. You usually get an ounce of liquid foundation. What I know about this foundation is that I know that it has a patented like Vita Complex serum in it that is supposed to activate hyaluronic acid in your skin and kind of draw moisture from the air to continually moisturize your skin throughout the day. It said something on the website about light blending pigments or light diffusing pigments in the foundation that are supposedly supposed to catch and reflect light in such a way that it detracts from the appearance of like fine lines and wrinkles. It's said to provide like a sheer skin-like finish. So I don't usually do sheer foundation, but I thought I'd try it out. It does say that it builds flawlessly. We'll see, to create maybe a medium coverage. I definitely do not think you're gonna get full coverage out of this, so I'm going into it with that knowledge. I'm not expecting to have like a Smashbox Studio skin, like blank slate, but I do want a little bit of coverage. I do want to find out if it actually is buildable, and I want to find out if it's going to give me the kind of youthful, radiant, sublime, skin fetish perfection look that it says that it's going for. I'm gonna give this foundation a fighting chance or a fair chance. I'm gonna use my Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer because I know that I already love this primer. While I'm testing out the foundation, if I don't like it or I have issues with it, I know that it's not because of the primer. Let's get into it. Please excuse this giant mark I have on my face. It was a pimple and I popped it. I know you're not supposed to, like really not supposed to, but I can't help it. Since this is a sheer to medium coverage foundation, I don't expect it to provide like full coverage over marks like this. So I'm not even gonna risk it. I'm gonna take a little bit of like green color corrector on a flat brush and I'm just gonna, it's just necessary today. I wear a mask all day for work. Of course, as you should all the time when you're in public, but let me tell you, the acne that it has created on my chin, bitch, every time one clears up, she has a sister that's right behind her. So there are application directions provided on the website. I like that because all foundations are different and I try to go off of what the creator suggests as far as how to apply it. She gives directions for a sponge and for a brush. So I'm thinking I'm going to do one half of my face with a sponge, one half with a brush, and see which I like better. Oh, the foundation, it's really liquidy. Like, can you see? Really liquidy. Like, there's no thickness. So this is, I'm thinking it's going to be really sheer. It says to dot the foundation all over your face with your finger and then tap it in with the sponge. I'm going to do this side with a sponge. Okay, how many dots? I don't know. We're going to wing it. I did 2 pumps, but we'll see. I should have maybe started with 1, but for the sponge, it just says take your sponge and start to tap it up. Okay. I see the situation. I can already tell. One layer of this foundation is gonna be like off-duty runway model, super sheer, like no makeup kind of thing. But the coverage I am getting, or the finish I'm getting, is pretty so far. I don't know. I'm formulating my opinion. Okay, that's one layer with a beauty sponge. I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics foundation brush, and it says start at the center of your face and buff outward. I'm thinking for this foundation, for me, I like the brush because it's already such a sheer foundation, and I feel like the sponge is just kind of taking away some of your product. Oh, I didn't mention, this foundation is $68. Girl. So, I mean, I have high expectations, but I'm also going into it knowing what we're supposed to be doing here. You can kind of see that on the sponge side, it's really pretty. I mean, it's pretty. I still can see a little bit of my discoloration in some areas, especially along my jawline. Yeah, it was a really easy blend. Like, I'm not noticing any patching or anything like that so far. This side with the brush, oh, baby. This is gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to use some heavy duty concealer on that, so sorry, Pat. This side that I blended with the brush is kind of giving me more of the finish that I would want, and maybe I'm thinking even was intended when the product was formulated, because it's still really sheer, but it just gives me, it's not nothing. Whereas I feel like the sponge kind of took away my product. It's already an expensive foundation. Like, I'm not trying to waste any more than I need to. I think I'm gonna go back in with another layer because I do want to see how it blends. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take my middle finger and just kind of, I'm not even bothering with the sponge for this side anymore because I know which one I like. I know I like a brush with this. I will say though, I do like how it builds. It definitely built to a true medium coverage foundation. Yeah, full coverage is not gonna happen with this bad boy, but that's okay because that's not how it was marketed or what it was formulated to be. It's definitely giving me like that radiance. I think youthfulness was the goal. It talked a lot about diffusing the look of fine lines and even having some complexes in it that can help prevent further development of wrinkles and fine lines. So you are paying for a little bit of skincare with these more pricey foundations and complexion products sometimes, and that seems to be the case with this one, which I like. I appreciate having something on my skin throughout the day that is actually doing something for me beyond just the physical appearance. I think that maybe this foundation was formulated for or targeted towards like more mature skin or skin that has fine lines or is developing wrinkles or fine lines, but I don't know. I'm all for preventative care as well. My one thought is like, it's really nice and it looks really pretty for like a sheer kind of daytime or like a no makeup look. But I almost have this feeling of like Tati Westbrook pointed out one time that like, why would I pay like way more for barely there makeup? And maybe it's the skincare in it or whatever, but it kind of like gets me to pay $68, which is pricey for a foundation and not in a lot of people's price range, to be honest with you. For an ounce of foundation that is giving me a look that I might be able to achieve with like light concealing and heavy moisturizer and maybe a beauty balm from, I don't know, Maybelline or L'Oreal, the infallible sheer glowy one, or like a BB cream from like Benefit, which would be more middle of the road, maybe like $30 or something. But either way, I'm not going to hold that against this foundation yet. I'm going to see how it goes throughout the day, how other makeup layers on top of it. I'm going to be doing a check-in or two, so we shall see. I'm gonna do some concealing and highlighting with my Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. This one is heavy duty, it means business, but that's what I need, especially for this monster on my face. Like, excuse me, what rent do you pay to be on my face? Another really interesting and frightening thing about this foundation is on the website, it says that it is self-setting. Okay. I don't know about you, but if I don't set my foundation in some capacity with a powder, I feel like that's not even giving the foundation a fighting chance. Like, it will be gone. I might set like one half of my face and not the other and see what happens and see how product layers on top of it when it's set and when it's not set. But I've never been able to just not set a foundation. So if it will be flawless and beautiful and whatever without being set, that will be incredibly impressive to me. Hi, Peanut.
Hi. Do you want some of this massaman curry? I brought 2 forks. Yeah.
A few moments later.
Okay, well that pimple's just not going anywhere. Great. It's because I popped it. If you just leave it and it's just red, it's gonna be way easier to cover than if you have like a scab that's gonna hold onto product in a gross way. So just don't do it. Don't follow my footsteps. Don't be like me. Leave them alone.
Heard that.
I am gonna set underneath my eyes. I'm gonna bake a little bit because I just have to. But other than that, on one side, I'm just gonna leave the foundation solo, I guess, to fend for itself and see what it does. So I'm just gonna take my powder puff and I'm gonna set, I'm gonna set this side of my face. And then I'm just gonna leave the other side. Maybe it's like setting it ruins the finish because it's supposed to be like super dewy, youthful, whatever. So maybe I kind of ruined Pat's whole game with setting that one side. Now that I look like a ghost, I am going to do a little bit of light contour with the Kat Von D Shade+Light contour palette, my fave. And I'm taking the light, I'm just gonna take the lighter shade. I'm too pale. Blends fine over the powdered and set side of my face. Moment of truth. I'm like nervous. Self-setting, okay. What? Alright. Like, I guess some foundation, like, if you leave it to just sit on your face, I guess it's not that crazy that you could blend powders over top of them potentially, but it has to be just right. So I'm impressed with how well this powder is blending and kind of laying over top of this foundation with no setting powder underneath it. Like, I'm not noticing, even up close, I think it looks better. I think I like it better. All right, Pat. I'm impressed by that. We'll see how it lasts throughout the day. That's the biggest thing. I'm gonna do a little bit of bronzing with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil in medium. And then for blush, oldie but goodie, this is NARS Deep Throat. I've used a lot of it. It's a good blush. Everything, blush, bronzer, powder contour, went over top of the foundation pretty flawlessly. On the non-set and the set side, I have to say, I think I like how product went over the unset side better. I think I got a little more color payoff. I don't think I had to work as hard necessarily to get my contour and my blush where I wanted it to be. So I'm really impressed by that, surprised by that also. But I'm gonna quickly do my brows off camera and I'll be back to do a little bit of eyes. So in the spirit of today's video, I thought I would use the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership palette for my eyes. Looks like this. And in true Pat McGrath fashion, I'm going to try to use my fingers as much as possible. Not making any promises. I have brushes on standby. I think first I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's kind of like a taupey, deep gray brown with kind of iridescent sparkles in it. This is gonna be the outer corner of my eye. I'm kind of gonna smudge it inward. Ooh, this is gonna be the definition of trust the process. Okay, we're gonna call this like messy runway smoky eye. I might have to break down and use a brush, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna do this like sparkly amber brown with gold reflex in it. I think it's really pretty, so. Wow. I do have really exciting news while I'm working my way through this process. I am signing the lease for my first apartment on Friday. I'm moving into the city, so I'm gonna be closer to work, and I found this cute place and it has like exposed brick on the walls and I just can't wait to decorate it so pretty. And oh my god, I'm like over the moon with that situation. If you guys want, I will definitely do a house tour, or an apartment tour I should say, when I get everything kind of set up. I'm going to be doing a lot of secondhand shopping, thrifting, Facebook Marketplace, whatever, but I can't wait. I'm so thrilled. So I just thought I'd share. On the inner corner, I'm going to be using this like white gold. It's kind of looking weird on camera, but it's like a white, but it's got these really interesting like gold and kind of maybe even teal reflex in it. It's a really interesting shade. Oh, like look at that. It's so pretty. So this is like a cute look, but it needs blending. I'm sorry. It needs brush blending. All right, I'm gonna do my lashes real quick. I'll be right back to throw on some lips, and that'll be the final look. I'm back. I just quickly did some mascara. I have a couple of individual lashes on the edges, just a few. And I lined my lips with a random NYX liner. Not sure exactly which one, but I'll list everything in the description below. For lipstick, I think I'm gonna do this Lip Bar shade. It's called Chocolate Spritzer. The lip bar is another Black-owned brand, and they are available at Target. They do lip liners, tube lipsticks like this. I think they have matte lipsticks, like liquid matte, and glosses as well, but this color is really pretty. Finish it off with gloss. This is MAC Marble Faun, my favorite. This whole look just goes. I didn't even plan on this like all brown thing. Okay, so this is my finished look for the day. I have to go run some errands. I think I'm gonna go head up some antique stores and see if they have anything cool for my new apartment. And then I'll be back at the end of the night for a final rundown. See you in a bit. Okay guys, I'm back. It's now like 8:30 p.m. and I was gonna take my makeup off soon. I have a lot of thoughts. On how this went. Let's just get into it. My initial feeling was correct that I cannot go a whole day. I have yet to find a foundation that allows me to go a whole day or even, you know, 6 hours or so without setting the foundation at all, and it just stays perfectly, like this whole self-setting concept. I don't think we perfected it yet. Maybe if you have more mature skin, if you have fine line concerns and you're worried about a foundation, you know, adding powder to a liquid foundation and kind of dehydrating or maybe even accidentally emphasizing those lines a little bit more, this might be good for you. If you're super dry, I could see it working. I also did use a hydrating primer. I love my primer, but maybe if you're not gonna set it at all with a powder, I would say stick with something a little less moisturizing as a base, because the side that I did not set is unfortunately not living up to my expectations. Well, actually, it is living up to my expectations if we're being real, because my expectations was that the self-setting thing's not gonna work, and it's not working. I'll show you why. I'm looking at my skin, and I know I'm like really up close. Can you see the creasing? It has gotten cakey around my nose area. I have a crease going on in my smile line right here. It's getting shiny on my chin on this side. This dry spot just didn't really hold foundation well. Maybe that's just because it's dry. If I look really close at it, like if I were looking like a car mirror, which those mirrors will like read you for filth anyway. If I'm looking in that in the middle of the day, I don't want to see liquid foundation clinging to the pores on my nose or like settling in the pores in a weird way. Like, especially if I'm priming ahead of time, I don't want that. So that's what I'm experiencing. Even with this light coverage foundation, it's feeling like oily on me. I hate to say the self-setting thing is not a thing for me. It might work for some people though, like I said. Positives. The side that I set, it's working for me. I like it. I think it looks pretty. You know, I've had it on for 6 hours. I still feel like the finish is nice. I'm not getting any sort of buildup or cakiness in the crease of my nose, which is like the first place that foundation just breaks apart, and it looks so bad on this side. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but it's looking so bad. It's breaking apart. It's just patchy and like cakey at the same time. I hate that. This side that I did set has done a really nice job of staying in place. It's not really creasing badly in my, I guess this isn't a smile line. These are smile lines. What's this called? I don't know. Let me know. But it's not creasing that bad right there, which I usually have issues there. I know I need Botox, like sue me, okay? It's not really breaking apart. I'm not getting super oily through it. I'm getting a little shiny, which even is weird for me because I'm not an oily gal. I have foundations that I can wear all day and all night longer than 6 hours and not get oily at all with that same primer and setting powder. So I'm expecting that. especially for $68, and that's a little frustrating. Okay, final thoughts, real deal. $68, Pat McGrath Sublime Skin Fetish Perfecting Foundation. Is it worth it? Yes and no. It's worth it if you are the type of person that is on the drier side or even combination skin, and you want something that's going to be easy to apply, is going to be sheer to maybe medium coverage, and just give you kind of a radiant overall, like smooth finish, and you're not too worried about getting oily throughout the day. I guess that is who I would think this would be perfect for. I can see like my mom really liking this foundation. She's not like obsessed with makeup in the way I am by any stretch. Her whole thing is like anything that I can just like put on my face in the morning and it's like lightweight and whatever, and we're just gonna like go. Or somebody like that, I would say it's very nice. It does give you that radiant look and kind of that plumpness to your skin. It also does have the skincare in it that's going to bring that hydration to your face. Maybe that has something to do with me getting a little oily. Maybe it's just like overhydrated. For me, somebody who is, you know, in their 20s, likes to wear makeup, wants more coverage out of it, it's not going to be my go-to. Will I wear it again? Absolutely. Do I think it's a pretty good foundation? Yeah, I do. I'm pretty happy with it overall. If I were to wear this out for, you know, during the day, in the morning, for brunch, running errands, doing whatever, even to work, I think I would think, yeah, it looks pretty if I said it. It's not giving me like the beautiful, like wowing me, like knocking my socks off finish that I get from some of my foundations that are $40 even, or $30, or some drugstore foundations, honestly, that are $10 or $15. I don't know if this is a splurge that I would like recommend and be like, if you're gonna put $68 or $70 toward like some makeup product, you have to go for this foundation. Put your money toward a Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette, cause bomb. Finishes are bomb, they last all day, they're awesome, they're amazing. I don't have any complaints about those whatsoever. The foundation, however, is it worth almost $70 of your hard-earned dollars, baby? I don't think so. Why am I paying $70 for no makeup? It just doesn't add up. Anyway, overall, I just truly, I love Pat McGrath Labs as a brand, but I want to give my completely unfiltered, honest review based on, you know, my own experience and trial. And some people out there, I'm sure this is your favorite foundation ever, and I hope it does work for you, and I hope it's, you know, your best product that you've ever had. This is how it worked for me. It may work differently for you. Go ahead and try it if you want to, but I think you can do better. Hate to say it, but I do, especially for the cost. Okay guys, it's been a long day. I am going to take this makeup off my face. I'm gonna probably put a face mask on. I'm gonna have a glass of wine and order some takeout ramen. And I'm really excited for that. So I hope that you all are having a wonderful holiday season so far. Thank you all so much for watching, and I can't wait for the next one. Bye guys.